Welcome back.
That was so much fun.
Wasn't it? Wow, how do you feel?
I feel lighter. I feel very strong, like to know that I can have these experiences on my own as well. To see how I'm able to do so. I feel enlightened.
Yes, like literally. like we say it, but literally feel that right now. I think that the theme of these two lives that your subconscious wanted you to see has a lot to do with guilt and blame. And that most likely you experience that here. Like blaming yourself for things that you can't control, that kind of thing. There's always some like big theme of the session. So yeah, does that resonate with you?
It does.
Okay. I love this because this is exactly how it is. It's a party. It's a party.
Yeah, it really felt like it. Like everybody was just like, yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
right. And but you know, it's so funny because I have a video I posted like sometime last year on my channel, and I think I called it like the time I met God or something. And I talk about this experience I had like 12 years ago when my guides told me to go to New Mexico. It was so random. I'd never been to New Mexico. They told for me to take my family there. And I went there and I ended up meeting this psychic. And while this psychic is giving me and my ex-husband a reading, I go outside of my body and I meet with my guides, the ones that have always here, always channeling me. And I have that exact experience. They're like, hey, like, what's up? Yo, it's been a long time. Like, you did it. Oh, we're so happy. Like, yes. And they're like, we know it was hard, girl. It was hard. But so the lady is like talking to us, and I'm literally having this experience of meeting with my soul team. It was so amazing, and I knew exactly what it was. I was very familiar with it. So when you were having that experience, I was just getting excited because I was like, yes, we just don't know that this is what it is. This is the greeting on the other side. They started to mention a little bit. They started to tell you messages. They said, okay, so then the phone cuts out and then we get back on and we go right back into that. And now they start to show you. I love when they do this. They show you different images of your other lives. This is so important for us to get because it's just so hard. Like when you're paying bills and you're going through relationship stuff and all the, you know, the politics of things, it's so hard for us to remember that this is just a really short, small, really quick life, you know? So just having that experience of them kind of flipping you through these lives, and they're like, girl, this is one of your easiest lives. Like, you know, like you done been through so much, stop playing. Like, so then we go on from there. Okay, so this is kind of already went into the first question, and they show you how you volunteered. I asked them to take you to before this particular life here, and so you can see yourself. I think this part is so important because it's just so resonating. It's like one of the biggest things when we're going through stuff is like, why me? You know, why am I going through this? And when you get to see that you literally raised your hand.
Yes. And I saw myself like, yeah, I do it, signing something. Like, girl, stop. What are you doing?
Yes. I'm still mad at myself. Why would you do that? Like, but that's what we do. And it's so funny because my guides, this is such confirmation for me because I've been saying this a lot. Like in the last few months, I've been hearing a lot of people say about the chosen ones, right? Like as we go into this new earth and all this stuff is happening and they're like the chosen ones. And my guides have been like, there is no chosen ones. All you guys are volunteers. Like, get out of all that. You all just volunteered. If you want to say you're chosen, then okay. But you all volunteered because we love each other that much. Like, we're that brave. And we're like, I love consciousness. I love myself. You even mentioned your bloodline because you went into detail on why you volunteered. And you was just like, just for everybody and just for my bloodline, I just said, sure, I'll do it. And that's what happened. So then we go into what your relationships look like. No one's ever asked the question of like, for the guides to kind of show them other lives. We just either experience the life in the session or we don't. So that was kind of cool to hear them kind of give you glimpses of what you're doing in other realities, because really everything is parallel. It's not really the past. So that, that's why I don't call it past life regression, because that would be inaccurate. So you're seeing your father is your lover, and also we're doing like a million different lives. So they couldn't possibly, we would be here for days for them to go through all the different lives, but they're just kind of showing you what else is happening. So they show you that your father is a lover of yours. They also show you how he's a protector, and they just really bring in what you already mentioned, even when you were in your mother's womb, about him being that protector and that confidant for you. And then your mother, you are her mother. Which also reflects what you said when you were in the womb and why you chose her, because your answer was for you to protect her. And that was what they mentioned about you and her in other timelines. It's really like you taking care of her, you nurturing and protecting her. And then your children, your daughter is your mom. But this is what our guides really want us to get, that they are very humorous. Like, we think that they're so serious, but they're funny.
And I was seeing that. Like, that's why I kept getting tickled in some moments, because I'm like, oh my God, they're so not serious. And I'm thinking I'm supposed to be serious, but they got me tickled.
Right? You said they are so not serious. They're not. And one of the things that they want me to help people to understand, especially through these sessions, is to just calm the hell down. Because we think that when it comes to spiritual stuff, you have to be like you got to pray in a certain way. You got to do this, meditate for a certain amount of time. And they are so goofy that it's almost irritating a little bit. Like, as a human, I get a little annoyed sometimes. Like, this ain't really funny right now. Like, but they're so goofy. They're laughing all the time. I mean, we're talking about joyous beings that don't worry about nothing. So they're literally like, we're having a panic attack over a relationship, and they're like, you are so dramatic. They're like, oh, okay, we care. Let's comfort her. But the dramatics is dramaticking,
Right.
That's really how they are. So I feel like they were even being playful in that moment. Like, when I say, tell us any messages that she's been missing, and then they're like, I got some messages, like, it's like they want us to know, like, girl, you be missing the messages, like.
Yes.
So that was really funny, and I think it's funny how I have to sometimes, like, calm them. Like, I'm like, okay, thank you, and sometimes I don't know how to say that, because I'm trying to be, like, respectable. I'm like, how can I tell y'all, like, can you, excuse me, like.
and I thought that was so funny, too, and you did a great job, because they needed to hear that.
Thank you.
I was like, I feel like I was just being crazy in the moment, but when you was like, hey, y'all, can y'all calm down? Can y'all sit down? One at a time.
Right.
It was like, okay, they needed that.
I'll be like,
they really wanted to shout.
I'll be like, I can't be talking to y'all like y'all kids. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, right? I'm like, y'all don't know y'all too loud? Like, with the knowing of it all, you're supposed to know, right? Like,
they was like, hey, like, it was just so funny.
So I love this. I love how they were able to let you see this blockage that you have. And I love this because we could do a reading, and they could allow me to see that, and I could tell you about it, but it's nothing like you're telling me about it. So that's different. Like, that resonates even deeper with you, because it's your experience and you're the one describing it to me. So you're telling me how you can see this heart. You were very clear. You were very certain that you had a blockage, and you were very certain that the blockage was about forgiveness. This is really important stuff, because the whole point of this, I hate saying that, because it's like 100 points to this session, but one of the big points is obviously, like, when we're ending that life, it's for you to let that go, because you had died with that on your heart. And so we're kind of going back in time, and we're letting that go, so that that's not a thing in this life. So for them to make this clear to you right now, while you're still here and you're still young, it's like they're giving you that opportunity for you to not die with this kind of stuff on your heart. So they mentioned forgiving your